Hello everybody and welcome back to Enigmatica 6 Expert. In today's episode, as you can see, we upgrade our Starlight production from a basic collector crystal to celestial collector crystals. These things are so overpowered. We are producing more Starlight than we are consuming while crafting using the automated iridescent altar. So, I hope you enjoy. Okay, so today we're going to be continuing where we left off at Astro Sorcery after we got ourselves the automated iridescent altar set up. We're going to be trying to upgrade our Starlight production because this guy isn't great. Now, I have been on the world for quite a bit of time, and at the end of the last episode, this thing stopped working and I was trying to figure out why. I was right, it does actually have to have the constellation in the sky for it to actually work. But yeah, you can see we only got 250,000 Starlight built up in there, but I believe we can get that way higher. So what I want to do today is get myself the celestial collector crystals set up around the side of this altar. So one over there, one on the back and one on the side, and then try and use these lenses to direct the Starlight into one of those different ports. I don't think you have to fill all four, but as long as one of them has enough Starlight to do the autocraft, it's fine. Now, I am noticing a bit of an issue here. Last episode, we did have the ingredients to test to see if we could craft something. All those ingredients disappeared. For some reason, I don't have the ingredients to make the observatory lens anymore, so I'm going to have to gather more of those. But at the moment, I think I'm working on auto-crafting all that stuff for it now. And we're going to be upgrading some extra stuff, as you can see right here. We're going to make ourselves a new bee now as well. This bee is going to be the celestial bee, and because I was trying to figure out, because we're going to need a ton. As you can see in here, we need attuned celestial crystals, and we're going to need a lot of them if we want to make all these observatory lenses. Like, we want to make like 50 observatories. It's like 4 per ones. We need like over 300-ish lenses, maybe less, maybe 200. I don't know, but we will need a lot of lenses, at least 4 stacks worth of it. So what I want to do is try and set up all the auto crafting for that now today, as well as making all the extra Starlight. And that squid is having the time of his life over there. I just saw him flying out of his little box. Yeah, look at him. In here at the moment, I'm just trying to craft myself a ton of soft coating, because we're going to need a lot of that for what we want to do. I've made myself 1,000 soft coating. As you can see, we need the soft coating L to make all the spectral lenses, and the spectral lenses in here will make the observatory lenses. And I think they also are used for, yeah, Gaia spreaders, and I thought they were used for something else, unless it's in here. Oh yeah, no, it is used for making the bee. Yeah, that's what I was looking at it for. I'm really debating whether or not I should actually upgrade this system here. I really don't think I really need to upgrade. I was really considering upgrading to the Gaia spreaders, but I don't think I need that anymore. I don't think we'll need much more Botania soon. I know we're going to need a lot of mana to be able to make each one of these guys here, but I mean, our Gaia reactor will be able to provide all that, so I'm not too worried. The only thing I actually am worried about is, since I've been AFK on the world a lot, we have actually burned through all of the LPG that I had stored up down here. I thought we were making more than enough to keep up with our production, but no, we're completely out. And because we're completely out, it means all of the little compressors, well, you seem to be filling up now, but you can see like they're really low. And because of that, we were not able to produce enough air pressure over here to run the Gaia reactor. Now, that might be okay now, unless the 2 down below that we just looked at still need to be filled. Yeah, you can see, like, these guys here have nothing in them, so they're not going to run. And I think I have the Gaia reactor turned on, so maybe I'll turn it off so it has a chance to build up. So I'll just disable that there. But yeah, I need to sleep now because it is raining, and I do need it to be nighttime, because now we're going to craft ourselves a celestial bee, because all those attuned rock crystals, well, I do not want to run around the world and just search for rock crystals in the world, but just holding out and resonating one and just digging down the bedrock to find it. So I was wondering, what's the easiest way to start like growing or maybe like generating rock crystals? Turns out the celestial bee in here, if we look up celestial, the celestial bee's honeycomb, when aimed with Starlight, can be turned into the rock crystal ore. Now, I don't know what way the thing needs to be broken. I know if you break it with a pickaxe, it'll just drop it down. But I know down here, we have it set up like this, where it's just turning this in using the constructors and deconstructors to turn this ferment into star metal. And this does take a long time because it doesn't have access to the sky. So I'm wondering, maybe I should set up a second system at the top to do that, or should I just change out like 2 of them here for rock crystal ore instead? That is something I'm going to have a look at. But whatever seems to be the easiest is what I'll go with. But first, we need to actually start generating up that honeycomb. So let's just fill this entire thing here with all the ingredients that I gathered. I think actually that goes up there. Gold honeycomb there, stardust, a rock crystal, and illumination powder. Is there anything else? Oh wait, no, these go on the outside. I forgot the way I've laid it out is actually a little bit odd. I think these actually go out on the edge here. Yeah, you can see now I just need to wait for that. Meaning I'm going to need some relays. So give me out relays here. I'm just going to put 3 here and 3 here for now. Actually, I might put 1 on the back there. There's 4 on each side. Plenty of space for slots and stuff. And I just need out my tool here so I can use my resonating wand. And we just need to wait for enough starlight to be focused into it. The other thing is we have to attune a bunch of crystals now to what we want it to be for our collector crystal. So right, this one here is Amara. So I'm thinking if we set up it actually works better when the constellation's not in the sky, according to what it says in the book. So what I'm thinking is, since the constellation right now, Amara is actually, no, that's not Amara. Is it? No, it is. That's Amara up there. So if we were to have a celestial crystal of Amara right now, it wouldn't be as productive as it would be if that wasn't in the sky. So we're going to have to like come up with like a combination of celestial crystals to produce the most starlight at one time. So I'm thinking, what if we had 2 of these guys, leave this guy here with Amara. So we'll have 1 Amara and then 2 Vicio ones. I had the one I wanted bookmarked in here. If we have a look in here at constellations, Avitus. The Avitus one is almost opposite to the Amara one, except for full moon. So only one night they'll be the exact same. But in here we can see when this guy is not in the sky, as you can see, like it's all grayed out here. And if we go back, Amara is in the sky. So if we make ourselves 2 Avitus ones here and here, and 1 Amara one, and connect it up with this guy over here, because if they're too close together, they're gonna like cannibalize their aura or their starlight. But the bee is ready to go, so we'll just activate that now. Whoa, a lot of particles, I love it. But yeah, if they're too close together, they will cannibalize their starlight. But I'm hoping just being like right on the edge of each side, it should be okay. So we need a resonating gem. We need a illumination powder. A stardust. And an iron honeycomb block. There we go. And this should make us our celestial bee. Now the celestial bee is actually kind of okay because he doesn't require much. I think he just requires this 1 flower from Astral Sorcery. I'm going to have to double check now. So celestial bee pollinates on a faint amaranth. And a faint amaranth comes from a starlight infusion. I don't think I have one of those things here. Do I? Faint? Oh, I do. Perfect. Okay, I don't have to go through the whole starlight infusion crafting altar yet. So we'll just come over here and pick an area to put the bee in. And which one of these guys have enough space? I want to say this one here. That one there. You should be okay in there. I don't see why you'd have an issue in here. The fire won't do any damage. The bee is in here because my jars in there made him think that he has to go in there. Put you down and you will start generating honeycomb. And once we have a few honeycomb built up, we can start transmutating it into the rock crystal ore. So while it's nighttime right now, is that constellation actually in the sky right now? What moon phase are we on? We're on a left-hand side crescent moon. So if we have a look in here at our Akashic Tome, turn that into a astral tome. Constellations, Avitus is not in the sky. As you can see, it's not bright. But on the next sleep, it will be. So if we just go sleep in our sleeping bag and sleep in the hammock, we should be in the sky. And that means we can start using some transmutation. Actually, before I go do that, let's actually set up the thing for Amara. So we can actually make ourselves our first Amara one. So Amara, is it Amara? I'm always petrified and pronouncing these things wrong. Amara, yeah. So we'll just break these relays. One more over here. We'll just put this in my offhand now so I can see where I'm placing these things. So one here, 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 and here. So you're activated. I'm just going to throw a celestial crystal in here. Actually, if any of these guys more focused towards Amara... No, okay, I'll just chuck you in. and let that run. How much time do I have in my bottle here? 8 hours? Yeah, sure, we'll just give this a little speed up. And we'll just put this constellation paper away. And it's done. Perfect. Right, so now we can go sleep and yeah, and then we can make the other 2 crystals. Alright, it's going to start turning nighttime now. So while it's actually turning nighttime, let's actually prepare the altar. So if we have a look in here, this is a regular collector crystal. So this requires illumination powder, resonating gems, and stardust. Instead of using a regular rock crystal, you would use your attuned celestial crystal. So we'll put this in here. So down in the center, I think illumination powder was here. Like so. Stardust in the corners. And then aquamarine, or not aquamarines, resonating gems. Let me actually double check. Yep, I'm doing that right so far. So they go there, 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 and there. Stardust go over there and there. Move down in the corner. Right, so once it's turned dark enough and there's enough starlight in here, we'll be able to make ourselves our first collector crystal. And now what I need to do is make the platforms for it. So if we go back here and go back to collector, and go to enhance collector crystals, we need to make this structure. And inside the center here, it needs to be 8 buckets of starlight. So looking at the shape of it, it is a 5x5, 2 blocks deep. Yeah, I think I'm going to have the surface of it here. So from the side here, we'll go out as far as we can. So we'll just come out 3 this way or 2 this way like that. That's a 5 there, 2, 3, 4. I think this is 5 here. I think having it right on the edge here would probably be the best use of space. Right, so if we have a look at marble here now, we need a few different types. We need regular marble. We're going to need engraved marble. I'm going to need a bit more of that. So we need a few bits of engraved. We might need 1 pillar, a bunch of chiseled, and some runed marble. Right, so what we want to do is on the edges here is the rune marble. Just double check that I'm doing that correctly. So rune marble, chiseled in the corners, plain on the bottom, and then we got engraved pillar, chiseled, and then on top of the corner chiseled blocks are the engraved blocks. Okay. So chisel and engrave. So chisel in the corners like this. Another bit of runed. That there, 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 and there. And just a bit of marble under. Break this block here. And then we just fill the bottom in here like so. And then it was an engraved, a pillar, and then a chiseled. Yes. All right. So that is the structure. And if we just look in here, I think actually you have a tank of starlight in here somewhere. There we go. Might need to go refill this guy. But at the moment, I just want to put down the 8 buckets of starlight like so. Perfect. And are we dark enough yet to craft this celestial crystal? We are. Perfect. Right, let's do that now. So it should just craft quite quickly. There's nothing to put in the corners, I don't believe. And we should get it now. There we go. So we'll just get 1 block just for quick placement, put this on top, break that, and yep, they're already fighting over each other. So I'm just going to break this collector crystal for now, and you are Amara. So what I need to do is get out my linking tool, and I'm going to direct you into here. So you're facing into there, and now you can see this guy is filling up with starlight. Oh, I missed a block in the fluid here. I think it goes here. Ah, okay, there we go. I was wondering, I thought there should be particles on this because I did look up what this thing does before. And did I just see a lightning strike hit the liquid starlight? That's actually kind of pretty. Right, so the other 2 we want to do is put Avitas here and here. And then we're going to have to like aim them over into that one then as well. Because this guy here has got 257,000. You're going up quite quickly, which is actually kind of nice. Now, how far away can I have this collector crystal so it's not in the way of that? That looks okay. And hopefully that will just continue working from there. Yes, it does. Okay, perfect. So we can work with that. Unless we wanted in the exact same amount of blocks. So in 3, up 4 blocks. So it's in on the 3rd block, which is here. And then up 4, which is on the height it is now. So we put that there. Are they cannibalizing? Are they far enough apart to still work properly? They look to be. So, okay, perfect. So, is it dark enough now to use this constellation? I'm sure it is, since we're able to craft the collector crystal. So if I grab out my book here, we said we're working on the Avitas one. So this guy right here. So put that in my offhand, grab out the relays, and then just lay them out as according to the layout. There we go. And now I need to throw 1 celestial crystal in there. And sure, why not? I'll just use a bit of time Get this out of my hand. 8, and that should... Oh, I stood too close. Throw that back in. I can actually put this back in here now. And you're done. And now just throw this one in here now as well. And while that's crafting, let's put this in here. No, not like that. And then get this guy here crafting. Pick you up and come back over here. Wait for you to finish crafting. There we go. And do it again. Right, what I need to do now is build 2 more of these structures here and here. So I'll be back once I have those 2 built. Alright, there we go. So they're all laid out now. So all I have to do is just put a block and then the collector crystal on top. So you get a block and collector crystal, block, collector crystal. Break that and break this. And, ooh, green particles, nice. And they're definitely not colliding now. Good. Right, so now what I want to do is look up lens. And if we just grab out, I don't know, some of these lenses, I don't know if it actually matters whether or not about sizes and stuff. So if we just put one lens like on the corner here, put one lens here and here, and we'll put one lens here, then we'll grab out our linking tool, and you're going to link from here to this guy. And then from this guy, it's going to link to this guy, and then this guy is going to link down to this one. I think we'll have all these collector crystals point into the one, and then they'll let you work away on your own one. And then you are going to point into you, okay? And then you are going to point into you, and then you are going to point into you. There we go. So they are going to provide this thing here with a lot of starlight. And hopefully it will be enough to keep up with the production, because I have a feeling this guy here is going to require a lot of starlight to actually craft one. So now here comes the next part. How do we automate this? Well, one simple thing we can do is just throw all the ingredients in from a chest and a crafter, which would be the easiest option. We also need to provide it with a fluid input, which I'm not sure what kind of fluid I need to input in here. It doesn't look like we need any type of fluid in here. We just need energy and starlight, which we're already providing. Shadow steel, resonating gems, rune of air. I think I have plenty of rune of air, and I think enough shadow steel. I might double check. Shadow, I have 600 shadow steel. I might need a little bit more than that, but we'll see. I can put all this stuff away now, and I can put the book and the resonating wand with a morphing tool back. Right, so I have one pattern here already made, and this is going to make the spectral lenses. So what I want to do is actually have this thing here on a pulse, because I don't want it to jump all the items in at once. So if we just get it to craft one item at a time, so if we just grab out here, say, I don't know, a comparator. So comparator. We'll grab out pretty pipes, because that's the only pipe I can think of that actually has redstone signal when an item passes through it. And if that's the case, we're also going to need some stack and limiter item upgrades and stuff. Actually, is that going to work? Oh yeah, if we're only outputting one recipe at a time, it's not going to matter. We just need a speed. Actually, probably 2 speeds. And 2 high extraction. So we had like another extraction there. There we go. So 2 speed and 2 extraction. Perfect. Now, I need a chest. Oh, cap locks. And yeah, give me a 2 diamond chests for now. Actually, no, 1 and an ender chest, because we're going to have the items that we're finished crafting go into the ender chest here. So items going to come out, and they're going to go into an ender chest here. And we're going to have like a comparative redstone link or something like right there. Item input is here. So we're going to have ourselves our chest, say, item pipe there, chest here. Have a redstone transmitter or network receiver. Where am I going to put that? Let me grab out a crafter. Pretty basic old diamond one should do. And we'll put this guy, make sure I can place him down correctly. Do that. And then what I can do is just put the receiver right here. There we go. And do I have a network card? I think I set the ingredients for 2 craft. So, yep, I do have one. Okay, perfect. So I can just select that. And then say you are going to be on redstone pulse. Item in. This is set up to make 3 spectral lenses, which is just a base set of 1. I'm going to put the 2 pipes right here. So you're going to have high extraction and high speed. A comparator is going to be here with a redstone link. I need another 2 links. I don't know why I have an odd number of links. And right here, then we'll put in, like, I don't know, a resonating gem or something, just indicate that it's astral sorcery auto crafting. So we'll just put that there, frequency 1, same thing up here. So you get that resonating gem, but on receive mode, and get rid of that dirt. Right, perfect. So all I have to do now is go hook up the transmitter and the card down in our basement, and I think then we should be ready to go. Oh wait, actually, I think I need this guy actually up. Okay, I'm going to move him quickly, actually. I forgot, actually, this guy here needs a 1 block gap between the pipe. So actually, it should be there with these 2 things here, and then the crafter on top, then with the network receiver. So if actually that's the case, I can just put this here, put the network receiver right here, and break that, and then put the crafter right here with this on top, and then I can just right click that. And then I can put this guy on top of this one here. And then resonating gem, put that in frequency 1 and shift right click to receive. Right, let's go over here and put this down in our basement. Right, so we want to put the receiver right here. I'll add a name tag or a sign on it later. Put that away, and yeah, it's pretty much now just create the crafting recipe for the observatory lenses. That's the crafting recipe for the observatory. Would it be easy enough just to do that in here like that? And just say, get rid of that one and just do this? Does that actually require the ingredients? Or like the Starlight? No. Okay, perfect. We can just use that that pattern. Right, so we put that one in there as well. Hopefully everything is ready to start working now. So this guy here has 262,000. You are still actually working during the day. Oh, I didn't know it did that. So these guys here still work throughout the day. I guess they're getting their power from the liquid Starlight that's there. That probably makes sense. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. The fact that we're building Starlight throughout the day then as well, where this guy here just stops, is actually really, really good. Meaning I won't have to worry about what time of the day it is and whether or not I can or cannot craft these guys here. So let's test one. Observatory lens. Do we have everything? Oh yeah, that's actually one of the recipes I completely forgot about. We're going to have to also, with this guy here, when an item passes through, we're going to have to input in a crystal. Meaning I'm going to have to take this back out and go back over here and adjust the recipe slightly, because it can't take out a single celestial crystal unless exact mode works or doesn't work. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, this thing in here doesn't have exact mode or whatever. So we'll just put that back in here, remove the attuned crystal, and reset the recipe. So everything here is okay. We'll just have to figure out a different way of adding in the attuned crystal. Yeah, because that's going to be a bit annoying. So I'm just going to have to make sure I can somehow input it in. Can I like activate one of these guys, pretty pipes here, to extract with a redstone signal as well? Let's see, lowest priority redstone module. Okay, so we can do it where there's, if it has a redstone signal, it says no to extract. But then when the thing pulses and disables, like the opposite of the redstone signal and disables that, it would allow it to extract. We could try something like that. Let's make one of these and see if we can set it up. We'll just have the item input or something go in here or through the back or something like that to, yeah, we can probably set up like right here. All right, so we'll just put this pattern back in here for now and let's test it out. So if we grab out another chest, just an old diamond chest for now, pretty pipes. Let's see if we can set this thing up with a redstone signal then as well. So that will go in there. That will go there. That there. And then you in here. And then what we'll do is link. Actually, this is a good use for the extra link that we have. Give me that redstone torch in as well and a resonating gem. So what I want to do is set up this guy here with a resonating gem and set to receive. And how do I adjust this guy? So it disables the pipe while there's a redstone signal. So how do I invert the signal? Would I have to use like an entangled block maybe? Let me have a look here. Entangled block, and might need to put this over here. So entangled block here. And no. It's a bit confusing. I didn't consider this part. What's the best way to do this now? Because I actually don't know. Unless I move this guy out a block, so put you there and then set you back up to frequency 1. Grab out a piece of redstone, put the redstone here and here, and then put it over a block with a redstone torch here. Would that work facing this direction? Unless I have it go this direction. Put you there, and then we'll just entangle this pipe right here. And then we'll just put the redstone torch right here, which disables it since it's got a redstone signal. And if we put the redstone over like that, and when it receives the signal, it should turn it off for a split second, allowing this guy to extract out an item. Yes, I hope so. It's daytime now. We need to turn nighttime so we can attune a few more crystals to test this out. So let's go do that. Well, while we're waiting for it to turn nighttime, I actually do have a VCO celestial crystal we can test it out with. But I might need a separate... Yeah, I'm going to actually have to wait till I have another one in here to work with. But anyway, I just realized we have 14 celestial honeycomb built up, so we could probably set up the automation for that now. Where do we want to do that? You know what? We could actually do it like right there. So if I grab out, go to Art Refined, do we have any extra construction and deconstructor? We have a constructor. Do we have a deconstructor? I don't think so, so we'll make a new one. There we go. So we have a deconstructor and a constructor. So if we put the celestial block right here. Oh, okay. For a second I thought it was regular honeycomb, but no, it doesn't have the blue texture in the world. That's fine. We can put the constructor here and then the deconstructor there. And then we just grab out some refined storage cable and connect it here and here. Now this guy is going to, of course, break it instantly, which is not what we want. We want the deconstructor to be whitelist, or actually we just do blacklist this block. And we want this guy here to place this block. There we go. That will place it. And then we'll just grab this crystal, or actually unlinked it by accident. So you link back to there, and then you link to this guy. Hopefully that doesn't make it so it did. Okay, I had a feeling that would happen. It's going to stop filling this guy here with Starlight. I mean, that one crystal working just to craft this guy here into rock crystals, probably more than enough. Okay, so we'll just unlink it, and we'll just say this guy only. Yeah, everything being fed into here is probably better off. Okay, is it dark enough? Is this guy here activated yet? Probably need to replace one of these guys to make sure it is working. Yep, some reason it doesn't activate if I leave the area for too long. Do that, and just use my time in the bottom just to speed this up. Oh, I was too close and picked it up. So, go. And that one's done. Go again. Can I just throw multiple on it and it'll just keep doing them over and over again? It does. Okay, that's cool. All right, perfect. So we have about, I don't know, 5 of them. So if we chuck all of these in here, apart from one, and we have 5 of them. So if we want to say observatory lens, craft me 6 of them. Okay, so that's going to input all of these items one at a time into here. No, that's actually supposed to be in... I forgot to say pulse mode. Okay, take all these items out again. And I'm going to go reset the recipe. Okay, let's try that again. So what I want to do is put one of the crystals. Give me back out my celestial crystal here. Which one of these guys are actually... Okay, this guy here is assigned. So if I always have one of these guys in here ready to go. The only issue is it's going to kind of... It might conflict, unless it doesn't use that ingredient. It might conflict with this guy in here if all the ingredients are not right. But anyway, we'll see if it works now. So if we look up observatory lens, can we craft 6 of them? So it should work one ingredient set at a time. With that one in there, it's crafting it. I want to know now, does this automatically inject? It did. Perfect. So it crafts it. Okay, I thought it lagged out for a second there. It's still going up, and it should finish all the ingredients in here. And we should see a celestial crystal get extracted out, which we didn't. Why didn't you extract? Did you not extract fast enough? Oh, it's not requiring... Oh, is it actually smart enough to not insert one of these guys if it doesn't have that right recipe? Oh, no, it's not. It's just not working at all. Oh, because it doesn't even have an extract module in there. So wait, how did it work the second time then? I don't know. Extract low priority. We only need to extract that one item at a time. Yeah, you can see it's extracting them all when it's only supposed to extract that one at a time. But you know what? Actually, still works with all of them in there. I don't know. It's I feel like it shouldn't do that though. This thing here is set up to not have it, unless it's the opposite. It will only extract that when there's a redstone signal. Nope, it still extracts. What if I put a redstone torch right here? Does that stop it from extracting? It does. So I guess an entangled block doesn't work. So how will I make it so that it extracts out properly? Oh, I know. Okay, hang on. Give me a second here. Right, let's see if this works now. So that's going to craft an observatory lens. I know this is a bit messy, but hopefully it will work. So this guy should be just about done. Item got extracted out. You should have sent out the next ingredient. Damn it, I don't think the redstone signal lasted long enough to actually read it. Did it? I felt like there's a lot more ingredients just went through there. Unless it was crafting the lenses. We'll try it one more time. We have enough for one more crystal. Let's throw that in there and just see does it work. Because I need this guy to export out a redstone signal to last. I might need to add a couple of repeaters to make it work. So, as long as the torch turns off for a second. No, it's like it's not being turned off for long enough. I think, yeah, it needs to be disabled for a lot longer. Let's just add a few more repeaters and just add them on max delay. Yeah, I don't have enough crystals to try this again, so let me get a few more celestial crystals and see if I can do that, because I have to grow a few more, which might take a bit of time, because I only have like an eight slots down there to work with. So yeah, how much rock crystal ore do we have now? Rock crystal, is it not called rock crystals? Oh, it breaks them into the rock crystals separately. Okay, perfect. That's kind of what I wanted. I wasn't sure if it was going to like break the ore and then I have to manually break the ore. I guess that only worked if it was on Silk Touch. But yeah, it seems to be working just by doing that and throws all the items in. I wonder if I get fortune, would it work better? Yeah, I might try and get a fortune set up here. It says we're missing one of these guys here, but if I can grab a hashtag fortune book. Do I have a fortune tree book? I have a fortune 10? Okay, that's a huge amount of fortune. Do I have anything here which is regular fortune on it? I do have a couple pickaxes, maybe? Maybe if I combine these two axes here and then just strip the enchantments, that would work. Right, so I'll be back once I have more celestial crystals and maybe a silk touch thing for that guy. Okay, so now I have the fortune upgrade in this guy here, which is actually been going great. It's actually been a couple of hours since I actually went to do this and gather up some celestial crystals. And this might be actually my second time recording this part because for some reason OBS just decided to just crash. And it didn't save the last 10 minutes of recording, so I have to redo this part again, which is great. But at least everything here is already working, so we can just go straight through it. So everything in here is working perfectly. You can see I've got a bunch of crystals in here which are attuned. I have a lot more in my backpack I still need to attune, but I'll work through that now in the coming episodes. But just to demonstrate, if we look in here, observatory lenses, I've made 10 of them. If I go in here, just tell myself to craft 2 more. It's going to try and craft them now, so there's going to be a crystal in here, so I just need to take that crystal out for just a moment. And you're going to take out all the crystals here, because right now this is trying to craft ourselves up the spectral lenses, and this thing is actually incredibly fast. Well, actually not incredibly fast, but our Starlight production is incredibly fast. You can see it's going up, and if we look in here, we are producing more than we're using. It's kind of fluctuating, but it's still going up, and as you can see, it's at 1.8 million. I think I've been AFK for like 5 or so hours. He's like, I can't even speak. And I've been just growing crystals down there for a while. So yeah, so I'll be making a lot more crystals as we go. So in here now, we haven't got the ingredients yet. Some reason, like down here, it's kind of glitching out and trying to craft myself a bunch of other ingredients. This guy here is a little buggy, but he's okay, it seems. It seems I need, more nocturnal powder. Just going to take these ingredients out here, so that's fine there. I'll stick these in here now, and that's going to make us more nocturnal powder. Yeah, because it's currently making purple runes at the moment, so it's going to be conflicting some recipes and slots, so it won't really work. For some reason, there's some huge delay in the world, so it takes a second for like the thing to actually craft, even though the bar is full, but whatever. It's got the nocturnal powder, and for some reason I can't fly. So give me back over here now. I just want to get in here and show you the lens. All the ingredients should be in here now. So if I come back here, stick all of these in here, bar one, and then stick that in here. You can see it's going to start crafting. This guy here is this guy using it? Okay, this guy here is going down. So maybe that's why it's actually producing more than it can. But 80% there. And when it's done, this redstone signal should pulse. And a new crystal should have been entered. Damn it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I do not know why. We'll see if it works this time. I might need to add like another repeater. I can't fit another repeater here, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Done. It's the lag in the world that's causing the issues. This guy should have worked, but there's so much lag in the world, it's not getting a chance to read the redstone output. God damn it. Okay, so there's something I can do to fix this, which is actually add a lot more repeaters on this thing, just to add enough delay that the world might be able to catch up to it. So if I just look in here and just craft a few more repeaters, and if I set the direction of it now to this way, redstone there, just grab out a little bit more redstone, and change the direction and go back this way, like that, and then just max out the delay in each one. Yeah, I might need to restart my game. The lag here is actually starting to get a bit ridiculous. But just to demonstrate it, if we just put a piece of redstone in here, it should take it out, send a redstone signal as it goes all the way along. It should send enough of a redstone signal. It didn't last long enough. I thought the signal was supposed to last a while. Okay, I don't know. It did work during like the testing, so it does work. It's just the world is so laggy, it's just not able to process it. Now, I don't know if that's going to be an issue if I restart my game, but yeah, this might be a bit of an issue if it's lagging too much. I might have to come up with a different redstone method. But for now, it does work, because my character is freezing in place. Like, you can see all those micro stutters. It's bad. But anyway, now that that part is done, we should be able to make ourselves an observatory now, and we add all of the parts then into the redstone, or into the XNet controller. So if we hit craft and all that, it should put it into the chest that's in the bottom of this building. Yeah, you can see all the micro freezes and stuff like that. It's really annoying. Even just there, like, I was just back here, next second, boom, I was in front of this thing. There was a bit of a jump. But there you go. You can see everything that's in here will craft us an observatory. So we just take everything out in here and look inside here. It says, this is brass casing input 1. So we just drop a brass casing in there. Done. Next up then, brass casing, create. And you know what? I'm actually going to hit copy connector. And then I'm just going to go through and control V on every single one of these guys quickly. There we go. And now I need to go through every single one of these guys here and just add the ingredient that it requires. So brass casing in here. Next one up, another brass casing. So slot number 3, brass casing. Slot number 4, brass plate. And so on. So I'll be back once I have added every single item in here into its respective connector. Okay, I think everything is inputted into its right slot. So all I have to do now is just grab like an ender cell here to give the XNet controller some power. So just stick that there, giving it power. Stick all the items now in here, and that's going to start providing everything in here now with all the items. And the only thing I just realized, I need to provide this thing here with stress units. How am I going to give this thing stress units? It's too far to run over there, or have I already run that? But I think it'd be moving if I did. You'd hardly think I'd be able to connect the thing over there. You know what? I'm actually going to run a thing over just to see does it work. Is this in line with the door? It is. Okay, let's go underground here. Okay, here's the gearbox. So if we look up a shaft here and just run a load of shafts all the way along here, I don't know if there'll be enough stress to run this guy here as well, but if there is, that'd be great. Means that'll be something unless I have to try and set up. So let's run over it over here. Just underneath it here. Perfect. And yeah, the lag is ridiculous. Anyway, gear. Or is it a cog? Cog, there we go. So I just want to stick a cog here and here. And, you know, I'll run down one more like this. Run the shafts over. And then I just need to put a gearbox. Any old gearbox should do. And if we put that, after we just put back down some dirt blocks here. Put this right here. Had a feeling, overstressed. So this will not work. We have to set up our own system here. Okay. Give me a moment here to set up like a mini system underneath the ground here. Okay, there we go. Everything here is set up and it just crafted it for me now while I couldn't see. Maybe I should have waited to hook up the actual cog here. But yes, it just crafted it now. So if we look observatory, it has crafted us one. We could hardly make another one right now, can we? To craft. Oh, the craft in a rune of Asgard. That's all going to break. You know what? We'll save it for later. But it does work now. So everything here is set up correctly. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So now next episode, I guess we'll be probably working on all the extra automation we're going to need now to run or to start crafting up all of these different mastery shards, like culinary ones. So maybe we'll start looking into making all these different type of foods. Maybe even ritual. Maybe start working on crafting up all of these different occultism kits. At least trying to automate everything. Maybe even try and get some automation of Mantle of Stars, which would be really, really nice. So yeah, I'm going to end it there. Hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget that like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell while you're at it then as well. So without any further ado, goodbye.